and Azerbaijanis, the force was deployed on the Caucasus front. After the exit of the Bolshevik regime of Russia from the war, the Army of Islam was deployed to seize the Caucasus. So, and the final card is Grand Duke Nicholas takes control. We go back to 1915, strangely. The token gets replaced. Mesopotamia, Gallipoli, and Salonika advance. This is completely unwinnable. Anyway, so in September 1915, Grand Duke Nicholas, the grandson of Tsar Nicholas I, who had been removed as commander-in-chief on the Eastern Front, took the helm of the Caucasus operations, while his able subordinate Nikolai Yudenich was nominally in charge. Grand Duke Nicholas ran strategic affairs until the provisional government took control over Russia in February 1918. And that is the end. What do I think of this game? It has a certain charm. Some mechanics are not straightforward, but you can easily remember them. I think if you play regularly, it is cute, but as the rules as written are just unplayable. What you need is more restrictions for proceeding past strategic flag locations. If you would throw in, if you would mix in the cards, then it just can happen that well, all kinds of things can happen in different order. So the how do you say? Yeah, you have to make up your own history then. But it still will be, even with house ruling, it will be just, it's too unbalanced, I think. And it doesn't really have to do with a single d6, but as you saw, when it gets critical, there is no die mitigation. So I'm okay with when things are just proceeding, but if you are near Constantinople, to lose or to not lose, because a lot of cards, especially in the later game, they advance on 3 fronts. So you can't hold Constantinople, I think. And I've never seen a successful playthrough on online. So and even with my house rules, it was not enough. I do suggest to change the die to use a round die, and that's all. Yeah, that's all there is in the game. It is nice, like a nice distraction. Let's see. But setup is well, very fast if you know what you're doing, and this off-map theaters, it's useful to find some kind of order. These are the figures. Also, I never saw Gallipoli become dangerous. Somehow I would like to see it advance or activate a little faster. But that can be just because I didn't play 100 games. So German influence would be good to keep sorted. So the coups and the national will, and well, the national will, this should be in this setup, I think. Was there already a setup? Off-map theater setup. So I have a setup order. and off-map theater, and this is the German influence, so this is the brownish DRM things. And I also dislike that you can't really use the DRM, you can only spend it in off-map theaters, and I would like more agency. So yeah, it shows its age. Nevertheless, it does have a thing of its own, because of the nice story arcs, and they become present. And I can imagine if you shuffle and read through the actions, especially when you love history and alternative histories. Yeah, it's a really charming thing. It's out of print, unfortunately, so I paid 30 euros for it about 10 years ago. I played it now for the third time. It's an unassuming box. I think that is part of why I didn't play it enough. And the rules are, yeah, I don't find them really pleasant to read. Hard to look up. So especially war weariness, for example. There should be an iconography in modern board games for all the icons, what they do, what their role is when they affect something else. You have to read it. You have to read the rule book from front to back every single time, and the first 50 times it is not that annoying, but yeah, eventually you get rule book weariness, if you will. So yeah, it's a nice concept. There's a lot of history in a war that is almost forgotten, so it's nice to play this on Armistice Day or something. My country was neutral, so we didn't even treat the First World War in school, so it was all new for me. Yeah, I've seen enough from this game. I wouldn't mind to play it again a few times, but there's so much more and newer. But yeah, so that's. I hope you liked the overview. Bye.